with your Storm Track 3 forecast. Brought to you by Salt Air Heating and Cooling.
Well, luckily we have been spared from the worst of that system here in the Cape Fear. Today we've just been left with some widespread showers and a few thunderstorms here and there, but for the most part we've really just been looking at rain, and again that's all ahead of this really strong cold front that's going to sweep through the area as we head into the rest of our evening. So with that being said, that does have us in a little bit of severe weather threat as we continue through our day today. We're in that level 2 out of 5 risk, so low end, and the good news is that the tornado watches that were in effect have now been canceled, so that's certainly good news as we head into the rest of the evening. But with that being said, as we continue to see these storms move through, we still do have the threat for some of those to become severe, and wind threats is the main thing that we're going to be looking at. That tornado threat is starting to look lower and lower as the evening goes on, but still going to be left with a pretty good chance to see some gusty winds. So looking at our future cast, still going to continue to see these showers and storms roll through the area throughout the evening and into the early overnight hours as this front passes through. The main thing that we're going to be looking at once that front passes, though, is gusty winds. So luckily the severe weather threat will end behind that front, but we are going to still see some wind gusts anywhere from 40 to 45 miles per hour. But the good news is that as we head into next week, this high pressure is going to build in, leaving us really nice and dry as we head into next week. So again, we can just about spot this front as we look at our future wind gusts here. Going to see those gusts anywhere from about 25 to 30 miles per hour. But like I said, behind this front, that's where we're really going to see the highest wind gusts, and that's really going to continue into our Monday morning as well. But as the day goes on, those conditions are going to get much better. We're going to be left with mostly clear skies, but behind that front, gusty winds, but also a big drop in temperatures. So we're going to see our temperatures drop very quickly tonight. We're going to bottom out in the lower 40s on the beaches as well as our inland spots. We are going to see those showers and storms continue for the most part with those gusty winds, but those cooling temperatures is certainly good news to help end that severe threat. So with those gusty winds, we are going to rack up some pretty measurable rainfall. We can see rain totals close to an inch here in Wilmington. Some areas saw much more than that. And like I said, behind that front and that high pressure builds in, going to be really nice and dry all the way through the end of the week until our next best chance for rain arrives as we head into next weekend. So for the day tomorrow, much nicer, going to gradually get better as the day goes on, but much cooler. Our highs are only going to top out in the lower 50s across the area, and still going to be pretty breezy to start. Going to see those winds gusting up to 25 miles per hour through the early part of the day, but like I said, those should start to die down as the day goes on, leaving us with mostly clear skies to start the work week. Temperatures in those lower 50s, but as the week goes on, we're going to gradually warm into those lower 60s by the middle of the week, but back into the low 50s and upper 50s for Friday until our next best chance of rain arrives into next weekend.
I like that sunny and cool forecast. I think that is a perfect forecast.
Yeah, I can deal with the cooler weather when it's sunny, but those lows, near below freezing.
Yeah, don't like that so much. And today, thankfully, it was a little warm whenever it was raining for us.
It was, which is
now.
never really good news when it comes to severe weather, but at least we've been spared for the worst of that.
Absolutely.
So
and for that, we are so very grateful.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank